Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Join us now is Kimberly Gibbs with Oakley Place Care. Good morning.
Good morning.
Always great to have you on the show.
Love being here.
So, tell us what's going on with Oakley Place Care. I know you guys have a bit of a celebration coming up this week. This weekend, right?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
It's on the 30th.
My calendar's all screwy now.
You know, we always have stuff going on, so it can get confusing. I totally understand. In Seneca, we have our Seneca Parade, and it's through 4-H. The theme is Get Wrapped Up in 4-H. And it starts at 6 o'clock, July 30th. I know it's a Sunday, but they have a lot of stuff going on that entire weekend. Lots of fun. We're going to have a float, and there's going to be a lot of food and a lot of vendors. We're very, very excited, and it's going to take place at the corner of 2nd and Main.
Wonderful. So you guys have your hands full a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting real artsy and crafty at our facilities right now.
Sounds like it's going to be a great time right there. So yeah, it always seems like Oakley Place Care seems like a wonderful place for its residents. And we were talking earlier a little bit about kind of how you guys take care of some residents, and everyone getting older in different ways. And I know kind of dementia is an issue that people kind of deal with. And would you like to go into a little bit of detail, like kind of what dementia is and the differences between Alzheimer's and dementia? Because I know a lot of people can kind of conflate those two.
Right. So Alzheimer's is more of a disease, where dementia is more of a syndrome. So the symptoms are a lot of forgetfulness, memory loss, and also mood swings and something called disassociation. So the disassociation is where your brain actually kind of splits apart, and you may not know who you are, where you're at, your vision and your words may not add up to what is surrounding you. I've witnessed people like see me, they're like, that is not who you are, and they see me, they know who I am, but they have no ability. Sometimes it's caused by a secondary condition, whether they had a stroke, like vascular disease of some sort, so that's post-stroke dementia. And then there's also situations where you just have frontal lobe damage or because of aging. And there are certain types of care that you need to have when you have a disorder like more of a syndrome like this, or Alzheimer's. You need a lot of patience and understanding.
So yeah, so let's get into that a little bit. Like, what is the best form of care for a dementia patient?
I would definitely say understanding and keeping consistent, which is something that Oakley Place very much is proud of. We do specialize in memory care. Consistency is so key in rehabilitating or, going ahead and continuing life to their fullest despite dementia. So we have 3 levels of specific cares that we think that are super important when you're looking at, a home.
Yeah, please, 3 levels. Let's get into this a little bit. What is Oakley Place's role in all this?
Yeah, so we believe in physical care, mental care, and emotional care. So physical care, you're keeping them busy, because with dementia, it does affect your abilities to either speak or move because of the muscular. You can't combine the muscles together, so eventually they can't walk around as well, because that all stems from your brain. And it's so crazy to think that something so small, even the smidge of your frontal lobe, can be damaged, and it can be catastrophic for you. So we believe in keeping them busy and doing things with them in that physical aspect. And we don't want to push them to their limits, but we also want to encourage them, because they can get depressed, have mood swings, things like that. And then there's the mental part. It is very, very hard to have dementia and not know what's going on around you. And we want to make sure we're there for them. That's why this consistency is so important with a 1-to-4 patient, staff to patient ratio. It gives that personalized care, which they really, really need in order to continue thriving and living their life, so that way they can have fun and enjoy it and not struggle with that mental aspect of having dementia. And that's where the emotional care comes in. They do have mood swings. Consistency is key, but also it's so important to have understanding and patience with them. If they happen to get angry or hypothetically lash out physically or anything like that, 9 out of 10 times it's because they're scared or confused. And having that understanding and patience with them, they're gonna be able to bond with you, especially when they have like a disassociated moment or they're not sure where they're at. They can find comfort in just knowing that in the past you've been there. And that's something that Mandy and Oakley Place really thrive at, and I've been able to witness it myself, and it is a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like a handful, but it also sounds like you guys have everything under control, and that's simply amazing.
We definitely are proud of that. We definitely encourage anybody who's struggling with dementia or Alzheimer's with a loved one. They have questions or concerns, call us, because we know it's hard for the individual, but it's just as hard for family, and we want to be supportive. So when they walk through our door, it's not just our residents we care about, it's their families.
Wonderful. Well, Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a pleasure, and I feel like I've learned a lot, actually.
Well, good. I'm glad I could help.
All right, and of course, to learn more, you can visit oakleyplacecare.com.